Hello, welcome to another module in this massive open online course, Strategy and Introduction to Game Theory. Let us now consider looking at our Bayesian version of the Battle of Sexes game. Right? We have derived the average payoffs of the boy in the last module for the different strategies of the different action combinations of the girl player of each type. Right? And now let us try to see, or let us try to infer what are the best responses of the boy. And that is from looking at this table, that is fairly simple, because if the girl player is choosing C comma C, then the best response of the boy is to choose C, because C gives him a payoff of 10 while H gives him a payoff of 0. If the girl is choosing C comma H, that is girl of type I is choosing C, girl of type U is choosing H, then the best response of the boy is again to use C comma C, because C gives him a payoff of 5 while H gives him a payoff of 5 by 2. Again, if the girl is choosing H comma C, then the best response of the boy is to again choose C, because C gives him a payoff of 5, while if the girl is choosing H comma H, that is girl of type I is choosing H, girl of type U is choosing H, then the best response of the boy is to choose H, which gives him a payoff of 5. So what we have done now is we have illustrated the best responses of the boy. Right. So if the girl is choosing C comma C, best response of the boy, which gives him a higher average payoff, is to choose C. If the girl is choosing C C H, best response of the boy is to choose C. Girl is choosing H comma C, again best response of the boy is to choose C. However, if the girl is choosing H comma H, best response of the boy, which gives him a higher average payoff, is to choose H. Right. So we have figured out the best responses of the boy with respect to his average payoffs, averaged with respect to the types of the other player, or this player 2. So what we have done so far is we have figured out the Bayesian best response. What is this Bayesian best response? That is payoff averaged with respect to probabilities of various types of other players. That is what we are trying to figure out, is we are trying to figure out the payoff of the player boy, that is the average payoff of the player boy, average using the probabilities corresponding to the different types of the other players, and his payoff corresponding to the actions of the different types of the other players. Therefore, we have computed the average payoff for the boy, and we have seen what is his Bayesian best response in this average sense. Right. Now let us go and try to figure out the payoffs of the girl player. Now remember, girl, the player of each type, the player knows his or her own type. So the girl of type I knows her type, girl of type U knows her type. So to figure out the payoffs of the girl of each type, let us go back to the game table. From the game table, we can see that if the girl is of type I, right, again we use the standard technique to figure out the best response, because there is only one type of boy. If the boy is choosing C, then the best response of the girl is to choose C. If the boy is choosing H, then the best response of the girl is to choose H, because H gives her a payoff of 10 while C gives her a payoff of 0. On the other hand, if girl is of type U, then we are in the second table, and in this scenario, if the boy is choosing C, then the best response of the girl is to choose H, because H gives a payoff of 10, while if the boy chooses H, best response of the girl is to choose C, because C gives her a payoff of 5. Right. So what we have done now is we have illustrated the best responses of the girl of each type. Right. The best response we have done is we first derive the best responses of the girl of type I, followed by looking at the best response of the girl of type U. That is, what is the best response of the girl when she is interested or of type I, what is the best response of the girl or player 2 of type U when she is uninterested, and we have figured out the best responses of the player of both types. So, we have figured out, so illustrated, so we have to derive best response, so we have to deduce of player of each, best response of player of each type, right. So, we have figured out the best response of girl or player 2 of type I, also derived the best responses of player 2 of type U, right. So, now we have to deduce the Bayesian Nash equilibrium of the game. So, now the next thing that we have to do is to deduce the Bayesian Nash the Bayesian Nash equilibrium or the BNE of this game. So, what we have to do now is to basically deduce the Bayesian Nash equilibrium or the BNE of this game. Let us go back to the best responses of the boy. Now, if you look at the best response of the boy, best response of the boy to CC of the girl is to choose C, right. So, CC, so what we want to do is, let us check if C comma CC is this a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. Remember Bayesian Nash equilibrium where each player is playing his or her best response. Now, in C comma CC, that is where boy is choosing C, girl of type I is choosing C, and girl of type U is choosing C. We have seen that C of the boy is the best response to C comma C of the girl, that is where girl of type I is choosing C and girl of type U is choosing C. And now we have to figure out if each girl of each type is playing her best response, right, because we have seen that C of the boy is the best response to CC of the girl. For this to be a Nash equilibrium, CC of the girl has to also be a best response to C of the boy, which means girl of type I should be playing her best response, girl of type U should also be playing her best response. Let us check if this is indeed the scenario, and we go here and we see from the Bayesian game tables that if the boy is choosing C, then C is the best response of girl of type I. However, if boy is choosing C, the best response of girl of type U is H and not C, right. So, if boy is choosing C, while C of girl of type I is the best response, C of girl of type U is not the best response. So, in this scenario, that is if we look at C comma C comma C, we have analyzed it that C is best response of boy, C is best response of girl of type I, but C, however, C is not best response of girl of type U. Therefore, C comma C comma C is not a Bayesian Nash equilibrium, because girl of type U is not playing her best response. Therefore, C comma C comma C is not Bayesian Nash equilibrium, since is not playing her best response. So, C comma C is C comma C comma C, that is, so therefore, this C comma C comma C is not a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. That is the outcome where boy is choosing C, girl of type I is choosing C, girl of type H is also choosing C, is not a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. Let us now go back to again the table of the average payoff of the boy. Let us consider CH of the girl, that is, girl of type I is choosing C, girl of type U is choosing H. Best response of the boy is to choose C. Let us ask whether C comma C comma H is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. Let us ask the question if C comma C comma C comma H is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. Well, where boy is choosing C, girl of type I is choosing C, girl of type U is choosing H. Well, C of the boy is the best response to C comma H of the girl, that we have already seen from the average payoff table. Now, we have to see if C comma H of the girl, that is, where girl of type I is choosing C, girl of type H is choosing girl of type U is choosing H, is the best response to C of the boy. And to figure that out, let us go back to our Bayesian game tables. If the boy is choosing C, C of girl of type I is the best response, and if boy is choosing C, H of girl of type U is also the best response. So, therefore, C comma H for the girl is the best response for girl of each type to C of the boy, right. So, C comma H, so what we are saying here, and you can verify that by looking at the Bayesian game tables, is that C comma H of girl is best response of girl or P2 of each type to C of boy. That is, when boy is choosing C, C is the best response of girl of type I, and H is best response of girl of type U. That is what we are saying is, when boy is choosing C, C is best response of girl of type I, and H is best response of girl of type U. Therefore, player 2 of each type, that is for girl of each type, is playing her best response. Therefore, player 2 girl of each type is playing her, therefore, girl of each type is playing her best response. Therefore, if we look at C comma H, C of the boy is best response to C comma H of the girl, C comma H of the girl is the best response of the girl of each type to C of the boy. Therefore, C comma H is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. Therefore, we can say C comma H is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. And how do we dissect this? We looked at this by saying that basically C, if girl is choosing C comma H, C is best response of boy to C comma H of girl, right, and C best response of girl of type I to C of boy, and H is best response of girl of type U to C of boy. So, this is C comma H is indeed a Bayesian Nash equilibrium, because C of the boy is best response to C comma H, strategy C comma H of the girl, and C comma H is the best response of girl of each type to C of the boy, that is C of the girl of type I is best response to C of the boy, and H of girl of type U is best response to C of the boy. So, this is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium in which each player of each type is playing his or her best response. So, C comma H, this is indeed the Bayesian Nash equilibrium, and this is interesting because now we have considered a game with uncertainty in the payoffs, where the boy does not know the exact nature of his opponent, right. Similarly, we can consider other scenarios. Let us consider the rest of the scenarios. For instance, if we can look at H comma C of the girl, the best response of the boy is C. So, we can ask, so we can consider H comma C of the girl. So, H comma C of the girl, best response of the boy is C. So, if the girl is using H comma C, C is the best response of boy. So, we can ask, is H C comma H comma C, is this a Bayesian Nash equilibrium where boy is choosing C, girl of type I is choosing H, girl of type U is choosing C. We can quickly try to see from the, if this is the best response of the girl, if boy is choosing C, best response of girl of type I is to choose C, not H, right. If boy is choosing C, best response of girl of type I is to choose C. Therefore, if we go back here, we can see that girl of type I is not playing best response to C of boy. Therefore, this is not a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. Remember, each girl, or if each girl, each player of each type has to play his or her best response. If the girl of type I is choosing H, that is not her best response, because her best response to C of the boy is to choose C, right. So, therefore, this is not a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. How about the other one, H, the best response of the boy to H comma H of the girl is to choose H. So, let us check if H comma H is, let us ask the question, is H comma H comma H, is this a Bayesian Nash equilibrium? Well, again if you go back to the table, you can see that if boy is choosing H, then H is the best response of girl of type I, but C is the best response of girl of type U. Therefore, H is not the best response of girl of type U to H of the boy. So, if we go back here, we can see that this H, this is not best response of girl of type U to H of best response of girl of type U to H of the boy. So, therefore, this is also not Bayesian, this is not Bayesian Nash, this is not Bayesian Nash, this is not a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. So, we eliminated all possible choices, and therefore, we have deduced that the only Bayesian Nash equilibrium of this game is C comma C comma H. Therefore, C comma C comma H is the only Bayesian Nash equilibrium therefore, C comma C comma H is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium of this game. So, finally, to conclude this, what we are saying is that basically C comma C comma H is the Bayesian Nash equilibrium for the Bayesian battle of sexes game. So, for the Bayesian version of the battle of sexes game, in which there is uncertainty for the boy, there is uncertainty regarding the type, and hence the payoffs of the opponent player or the other player, that is the girl, right. We have to look at a Bayesian, this game is Bayesian in nature, we have to look at a Bayesian Nash equilibrium, and we are saying that the Bayesian Nash equilibrium of this game, right, is basically C comma C comma H, where the boy is always choosing C, girl of type I is choosing C, girl of type U is choosing H. C is the best response of the boy in terms of his average payoff, averaged with respect to the probabilities of girl player of type I and type U, and C comma H is the best response of the girl, in the sense that C is the best response of the girl of type I to C of the boy, and H is the best response of the girl of type U to C of the boy. Therefore, C comma C comma H is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium, where each player of each type is playing his or her best response. All right. So, let us stop this module with this, and with this I am assuming that I have given a fairly clear idea of what the Bayesian Nash equilibrium is about. We have first motivated the idea of a Bayesian game, we have looked at the concept of average payoffs, right, and then we have looked at the Bayesian Nash equilibrium in terms of the best response, but in terms of the best response of each player of each type, that is a Bayesian Nash equilibrium. It is an enhancement or a refinement or an advanced version of the simple idea of Nash equilibrium that we have looked for non-Bayesian games. That is where each player knows exactly, that is where each player has only a single type, right, and the game table is therefore known, precise. There is no uncertainty. The Bayesian games are used to model scenarios where there is uncertainty. All right. So, let us stop this module with here, and we will take up other examples in the next module. Thank you very much.